Choosing the top NFL player on every team is a polarizing decision, and even if Morgan Freeman was narrating this video, it still wouldn't take the sting off. Are your favorites on this list? Will you at some point disagree with our selection? Yes and no. No and yes. Everyone's list is different. It's what makes the world go round, right? We're about to dive into the best NFL players on every team, and man, is it controversial. Arizona Cardinals. The Arizona Cardinals 2020 roster is loaded with star players, especially considering the highly controversial trade with the Houston Texans. That's right, DeAndre Hopkins is now a Cardinal. Hopkins wins the vote for this team since he is arguably the best wide receiver in the NFL right now. The four-time Pro Bowler has just come off another successful season with 104 catches and 7 touchdowns. Atlanta Falcons. With 3 Falcons making CBS Sports Top 100 Players of 2020, who's the Falcons' top player? Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, or Grady Jarrett? It's a tough call, but we're going with wide receiver Julio Jones. The 31-year-old has 797 catches, 12,125 receiving yards, and 57 touchdowns in 126 career games. His name is also way cooler than Matt's, and we won't even get into the name Grady. Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson. This one's really a no-brainer. Lamar Jackson was named Most Valuable Player at the 2019 NFL Honors. Jackson earned all 50 first-place votes, making him only the second unanimous MVP in NFL history after Tom Brady in 2010. One of the most dynamic runners in the game, Jackson rushed for 1,206 yards, breaking Michael Vick's single-season record for a quarterback in the process. He's an MVP for sure. Buffalo Bills. Stefon Diggs. The Buffalo Bills revamped their roster for the 2020 season, scoring Minnesota Vikings wide receiver Stefon Diggs. He wins our vote for best player on the Bills, even though he hasn't even played for them yet. Diggs finished the 2019 season with 63 catches for 1,130 receiving yards, and we're optimistic about the Bills' run this season. Did we jinx it? Probably. Carolina Panthers. Predictions have it that the Carolina Panthers will be a bit better than their 2019 season. You can only go up from rock bottom. Or can you? With new head coach Matt Rule, we'll just wait and see. But our top pick for the Carolina Panthers is Christian McCaffrey. McCaffrey dominated the league last year, becoming the third running back to eclipse both 1,000 yards rushing and receiving in the same season. Chicago Bears. What's wrong with the Chicago Bears? We could go on. So maybe a better question would be, what's right with the Chicago Bears? And the answer is Khalil Mack. Despite the subpar ranking of the Bears, Mack has cemented himself as not just the Bears' best player, but one of the best players in the entire league. Cincinnati Bengals. Who could it be, considering they're all not that great? Luckily, they improved their roster with rookie Joe Burrow, but who is their top player? It's Geno Atkins, right? Think again. Atkins' sack numbers were down to 4.5 last season, the fewest he's had since 2014. So our pick is running back Joe Mixon, one of the league's better workhorse backs. He finished the 2019 season with 1,137 rushing yards and 5 rushing touchdowns. Cleveland Browns. Myles Garrett, after his helmet-swinging incident against the Steelers left him suspended for the rest of the 2019 season, we're going to give this one to Nick Chubb, one of the best offensive players. Named one of NFL's top 25 players under 25, he finished second in the league last season in rushing, with 1,122 of his yards coming after contact. Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys suffered a major loss with Byron Jones, Robert Quinn, and Malik Collins signing with other teams, and Travis Frederick retiring. However, they still have Ezekiel Elliott, who gets our pick for the top Cowboys player. Elliott finished the 2019 season with 1,357 rushing yards and 12 rushing touchdowns, amongst other great stats. Is another impressive season coming his way? With the 2020 draft scoring CeeDee Lamb and Trayvon Diggs, maybe this year is the year of the Cowboys? Maybe. Denver Broncos. Despite his career low of 8 sacks last season, we're still giving this one to Von Miller. Who else would we give it to? Seriously. Detroit Lions. Oh, the Detroit Lions. With a 2019 season collapse that's embarrassing at best, it's hard to figure out who could possibly be considered their top player. We'll give this accolade to Kenny Golladay, since he recorded 1,190 receiving yards and led the NFL in touchdown grabs with 11 in 2019. Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers? No. Zadarius Smith? Sorry, We're giving this one to Davante Adams. Sure, he had injuries last season that caused his numbers to fall, but this guy is easily one of the 5 best receivers in the NFL. Houston Texans. J.J. Watt? Sorry, the 31-year-old defensive end is 62 in NFL years. Deshaun Watson takes this one. In 2019, Watson completed 314 for 463 passing for 3,668 yards, 2,600 touchdowns, and 11 interceptions. He is the first player in NFL history to record consecutive seasons with at least 25 passing touchdowns. Indianapolis Colts. Quentin Nelson wins by a landslide, being one of the best, if not the best, offensive guards at the moment. In his 2 NFL seasons, Nelson has twice been named a first-team All-Pro. He's also widely considered one of the most intimidating players in the NFL, a feat we don't take lightly. Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacksonville. It's only fair we give this one to Yannick Ngakoue, even though the poor guy wants out of this losing team. Self-proclaimed as a top 5 defensive end, Ngakoue finished the 2019 season with some good stats, considering how poorly they did and probably will continue to do. Sorry, Yannick, looks like you might be stuck in Florida. Kansas City Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes. Need we say more? I mean, we could give this one to Travis Kelce, but we won't. Las Vegas Raiders. Darren Waller? No, we're giving this one to Rodney Hudson. It's no fun that the team's best player is a center, but with a 3-year, $33.75 million contract extension with the Raiders, let's just say he's the highest paid center for a reason. Los Angeles Chargers. Joey Bosa. The defensive end had 11.5 sacks by the end of the 2019 season. Will it be enough to see any sort of improvement in their team ranking this year? Probably not, but here's to hoping. Los Angeles Rams. Aaron Donald, arguably the NFL's best player heading into the 2020 season, the 2-time NFL Defensive Player of the Year was ranked number 1 in NFL Media's top 100 players of 2019. The centerpiece of the Rams defense, Donald might just be the best defensive tackle of recent times. Miami Dolphins. Should we skip this one? Well, the Dolphins did add some talent this offseason, including rookie quarterback Tua Tagovailoa, but everyone is holding their breath in terms of his health. So who's their top guy? Our pick is defensive Byron Jones. The dude just signed a 5-year, $82 million contract with the Miami Dolphins, making him the highest paid cornerback in the NFL. The Dolphins know an excellent cornerback when they see one, which is funny since we didn't know they could see anything. Minnesota Vikings. Harrison Smith? Sorry, we're giving this one to Dalvin Cook. The man missed 2 games and still rushed for 1,135 yards and a 4.5 yards per rush average. New England Patriots. Stephon Gilmore. He was the league's Defensive Player of the Year in 2019 for a reason. He's a lockdown corner who carries the Patriots defense on his back, and it's a lot to carry. New Orleans Saints. Not even close, Drew Brees. This one belongs to number 1 wide receiver Michael Thomas. He had a record-breaking season in 2019 with 149 catches, the most of the season, beating Christian McCaffrey's 116. New York Giants. Saquon Barkley, 100%. He was limited to 13 games last season because of injuries, which of course hurt his numbers. He still rushed for 1,003 yards and caught 52 passes. With an improved line in front of him, this running back's numbers will go up this season. Just you watch. New York Jets. Surprise, surprise, this one's going to Jamal Adams. The Jets picked up the 5th-year option on Adams' contract for a reason. Adams is a solid player for the Jets' defense. Philadelphia Eagles. Carson Wentz. Just kidding, it's Zach Ertz. Despite his late-season injury, in 15 games, Ertz managed 88 catches for 916 yards and 6 touchdowns. Pittsburgh Steelers. TJ Watt, Cameron Hayward, Bud Dupree, these guys are all top contenders for the best player on the Steelers, but we're giving this one to Minkah Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick earned first-team All-Pro honors after recording 5 interceptions, 2 forced fumbles, 3 fumble recoveries, 9 pass defenses, and a defensive touchdown in his 2nd season in the league. San Francisco 49ers. George Kittle. Kittle earned first-team All-Pro honors last season, catching 85 passes for 1,053 yards and 5 touchdowns. A tight end worth discussing. Seattle Seahawks. Bobby Wagner or Russell Wilson? Russell Wilson. No, Bobby Wagner. He's one of the best linebackers in the NFL right now, no doubt about it. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Mike Evans? Nah. Tom Brady? Hard no. Rob Gronkowski? Obviously Gronkowski. The man is coming out of a year-long retirement feeling better than ever. Tennessee Titans. Derrick Henry for sure. Tennessee Titans running back Derrick Henry is one of the toughest in the league for opposing defenses to go up against, so he takes the win on this one. He proved that point perfectly in 2019, finishing out the regular season with the league's rushing title over Nick Chubb with a total of 1,540 yards. Washington Redskins. If they're all bad, can you really name a top player? We hate to end this list on the Redskins, but here we are. Kendall Fuller gets our vote. Fuller was a crucial player in the Chiefs' Super Bowl win, and now he's been traded to the Redskins, his original team. The Redskins are pretty lucky to get their prize CB back. Let's see how it changes their game. Look, we're sorry. Your blood is probably boiled at least once during this video, and if you happen to shed a tear or pop a vein, we understand. Naming the top NFL player for each team is a tough call, but we think we did a pretty good job. Let us know in the comments how right or wrong you think we are, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button on the way out.